The Dubsado scheduler is what we will be looking at today. This is a very short episode because it is so straightforward. The Dubsado scheduler works with your availability. Listen in to find out more. Hello, you're listening to the Courageous Goals podcast. This podcast is for high-achieving, courageous women who want growth and the know-how to scale their business online. Running a business is a journey and a process. The more we learn in action, the more we succeed. If you're a woman in business, this is the podcast for you. Be in the 5% of businesses that make it. Let's get bold and create the life we desire. I'm bringing my passion to you through advice, coaching, inspiration, and support to help you create and design the life and business you want to live. I am a Dubsado expert, CPD certified in social media platforms, and a lover of admin systems and processes. I am an accredited ICF coach, specialising in trauma and narcissism. My own coaching journey has supported my growth immensely, and I want to share those highlights with you to inspire and give you courage. Let's get intentional with our goals and make them happen. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to the Courageous Goals podcast this week. Today we're going to be talking about the Dubsado scheduler, which is just another name for your calendar booking link. So the way it works with the Dubsado scheduler is you connect your external calendar. So you might use a Google Calendar or something like that, where you can connect that calendar to the Dubsado scheduler, and then you can set your availability within Dubsado. So if you know that you like to take calls throughout the week, Monday to Friday, and you work 9 till 5, you can set that availability within Dubsado so that it works with your external calendar. Now, if you have, say perhaps a regular weekly meeting that is already set up in your external calendar that's not anything to do with Dubsado, you can have that still set up in your external calendar. So say it's Monday between 10 and 11 every single week. In Dubsado, potentially, depending the way that you set it up in your scheduler, now you can set it up so that you have a buffer either side of appointments that are booked within Dubsado. So if someone wants to book an appointment with you at 11 a.m., which is when your meeting finishes, they won't be able to do that because potentially you'll have a buffer in there that says don't set any appointments up 15 minutes prior or 15 minutes after another meeting or something like that. So they won't be able to set that up. However, they might be able to set up a completely different time. If they choose actually 3 o'clock will work that day and your calendar shows availability, that's when they can then book the time. So your clients can see your availability at a glance, either on a weekly or a monthly view. It will connect with your calendar and it will check for any conflicts in your external calendar or your Dubsado calendar, and they will work together to choose a date and a time that really works. You can also connect this with a conferencing tool such as Zoom or Google Meet if you use Google, and this will generate a form link that will automatically get sent to the client. So long as you've toggled that on in your scheduler, your clients will get a confirmation to say that their booking has been scheduled. Potentially they'll also get a reminder if you have set that up also. In addition, if you intend on using the Dubsado scheduler with a lead capture form for your discovery calls, you will need to set that up so that it connects together in Dubsado, connecting your scheduler link and the actual lead capture form. Now, this can be done really, really easily once you know how. And those two things will work together. So if you say you've got a client A comes to you and says, Leanne, I'd like to book a call with you. What's the best way I can do that? And I'd also like to give you a bit of information about what it is I need and how to set everything up. So I will literally direct them to the one link that I have for discovery calls, and they can choose whether it's Dubsado or coaching or whatever it is. and they will find availability that works for them. So they'll head to the calendar, find a date and a time, press submit, and then it will take them to the form. The form will then require them to fill in their details to complete their booking. And depending how you've got it set up in your form, you can ask for their details, anything that they would like you to know or you need to know from them about the discovery call you're going to have. And also it's really good to know where they found you or where they heard of you. So I always put that project source within the Dubsado lead capture form so that you know where that person has come from. Now, the best thing about the scheduler is you can have as many schedulers as you like. So you might be available for discovery calls every single day of the week, but you might choose to have specific sessions or specific meetings on certain days. Now, at the moment, I've got mine set up, being totally out there and open. I've got mine set up that I have nothing on a Monday because Monday is where I work on my business. During the week, Tuesday to Friday, I'm available for all discovery calls. Thursdays and Fridays, I'm available for coaching, and Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'm available for Dubsado and business related calls. So I have several different schedulers that work in various ways, and I have my actual availability set up in those schedulers. So some days I actually collect my daughter at the normal time when school finishes. So I will have that time allocated already on my calendar. So this works really well for me because my calendar is out there open. So if I get a call come in, although it will be unexpected and this call potentially could happen in the next 48 hours. Now you can actually set that. If you don't want a call booked within the next 48 hours, you can allow that in your calendar. However, you can actually say, actually, I'm okay for calls, straight away. If someone wants to speak to me tomorrow and I've got availability, let's do it. So you could put a 12-hour limit on there where someone needs to book 12 hours in advance. So my calendar really works for me because I have it out there where people can book, but they can only book within the availability that I have. And it works really, really well together. So that's the scheduler side of things. And yeah, just know that Dubsado really works for you when you know what your availability is and how you like to work. And it's as simple as that, really. So booking your appointments without the backwards and forwards of emailing, oh, I'm available here, I'm available there, it can really work well for you. So that is one of the other benefits of Dubsado. Thank you so much for listening to the Courageous Goals podcast. I really hope you've enjoyed today's episode and taken something of value for you. If you'd love more advice, coaching, inspiration and support, head on over to join many other courageous women in business in our free community group over on Facebook. We'd love to welcome you. You can also find free useful resources over on the website at leannebrown.com/resources. Right, that's all for this week. I look forward to sharing another episode with you next week.